Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Kiss my ass.
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
Kiss his ass. Kiss your ass. Happy Hanukkah.
The Rob and Kale podcast.
Welcome to the Rob and Kale show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for checking us out this evening. My buddy is Carolina Jackpot, the best damn Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. I don't know where Carolina Jackpot is. Looks like parts unknown.
It's parts unknown.
Parts unknown. Jackpot, share with us a general idea of where you are, sir.
Generally speaking, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte Kakalaki.
Charlotte, North Carolina?
The Queen
Washington,
City.
D.C., Los Angeles, St. Louis. Woo!
You're in the Queen City, brother.
Yeah, I'm in a place in South Charlotte. So, yeah, not too bad here.
Yeah, all right. Well, anyway, Jackpot, it's good to have you with us, man, and appreciate you guys doing the show on Sunday night while I went to a Christmas party. Very cool of you guys.
Yeah, I tried to come through with the StreamYard thing, but when I came over here to click on it, it was telling me, oops, we've encountered a problem. So I was like, oops, well, screw you. I'm going to get on here the old-fashioned way, I guess.
Well, it's all right. You did a good show. I was watching some of it. I was really good stuff. I was commenting a little bit throughout there, so
it was fun. Uncle Lou called up 3 times, I think, and schooled us on proper refrigerator cleaning out etiquette while doing a live show. So that was cool.
Well, that's awesome.
Rob has SEC bias called in, so yeah, good stuff.
You had a good show. So thanks for doing that. I appreciate it. All right. Well, we got a lot to get into this evening. I will be updating the Callaway's Bowl Pick'em Challenge. I'll put the standings out probably the day after Christmas. That way we've got 10 games up or whatever the hell it is. I'll put that up so you can have an idea of where you are.
Rob, I still got to send you the list of everyone who paid me.
All right. Well, we'll figure all that out.
Because I mean, it's possible you might have people in there making picks that hadn't paid anything. And
okay, well, we'll make it work one way or another. So there's that. We'll get into that. I mean, it's the holiday season, Jackpot. So we'll a little bit here, a little bit there. All right. Anyway, so we have that to thank Callaway's for, because they've made the bowl season worth watching. Because you can see how your picks went. I mean, the next 2 games feature 2 6-6 shitholes in both games. No reason to watch any of these
can't
bowl
believe
games.
Syracuse is actually in a bowl.
They're 6-6. They're not Minnesota at 5-7, right?
Yep.
So there's that. I mean, it's like I'm sitting here looking at this stuff and I'm like, my God, these are some shitty bowl games. I mean, absolutely shitty. I don't even know where to begin with some of this stuff. Eric says we need to talk about the Dabo verbal abuse situation. I have that. Hey, it's my daughter Rocket. What's up, baby? Come here. Dad loves you.
You said Robin?
All right, no, my daughter Rocket.
Robin.
No, Rocket. Rocket, as in Rocket from Guardians
Rocket?
of the Galaxy. Yeah, Rocket. That's her nickname, Rocket.
Like Rocket Sanders?
No, like Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy. She's my favorite raccoon. My trash panda. I love her. Anyway.
A trash panda is actually a raccoon.
Yeah, you haven't seen Guardians of the Galaxy, have you? No. Okay. Well, there you go. You should. It's a good movie. There are people that are talking over here about Dabo's verbal abuse stuff. Have you heard about this, Jackpot? Because I've got my own take on it.
I put out a whole last video on it last night. It's disgusting. I mean, he has no respect for his Clemson Hall of Fame Ring of Honor members, college football Hall of Famers, former New York Giants. Has no respect for their children. It's crazy. And I bet you wouldn't talk to one of his kids like that.
All right. Well, let me give you the take on it that has a set of nuts. Okay. First of all, I've met Terry Canard and chatted with him on numerous occasions. There is no way Terry Canard wrote that Facebook post. It is longer than 3 sentences. There's no way that he wrote it. CTE, whatever you want to call it. There's no way that he wrote that post. That was written by someone else. That's thing number one. Thing number two, does anybody really think that Dabo Swinney is going to watch guys that are running for makeup stuff where they screwed up in practice? No, he's got a football program to run. So the thought of Dabo Swinney saying this is a little bit far-fetched. Coach Batson probably said something to them. Now, as far as to the young man Canard, you want to know why these things were said to you? You were a scout team player that you were lucky to be on the damn team anyway. That's thing number one. Thing number two, if Coach Batson's yelling at you and trying to get you to get your shit together, you should try to get your shit together. The problem that we have in society nowadays is that we have a bunch of pussies running around. Football is a man's sport. No, let me finish, sir. Terry Canard played for Danny Ford, and he played for Bill Parcells. Do you think both of them were, come on, little Terry, you just run the ball like you're supposed to? Here's a thought. Transfer to South Carolina. They like bitches down there. You can go be a bitch with Shane Beamer and get all the love and the hugs that you want. You can have all of that. It's not what we're going to have at Clemson.
No, okay.
Not what we're gonna have.
So, okay. Well, so we're saying he didn't write that Facebook post. Somebody
He didn't write it.
Now I looked at the Facebook page and the account. He has over 3,000 something friends. So it's not.
I don't think he wrote it. That's fine.
So
that's fine. I don't know. Someone that can write. Someone that doesn't have CTE.
So you're saying he's dumb?
I'm saying that I don't think he can put together those sentences, sir. So that's what I'm saying.
You don't think you can translate it out for somebody to type it for him?
There is no way that he is articulate enough to put that together. I'll stand by that.
Okay, well, I mean, that says something about the education he got at Clemson, I guess.
Or it could be that he got cracked in the skull enough when he was playing football for the Giants and everybody else that maybe he can't string together sentences. It could be that too.
That's okay.
No, I'm just saying.
It's been a long time ago. I mean,
here's the thing. You don't think that people that get CTE, you think that just goes away after they get done? No, it affects them the rest of their lives.
I mean, you're the first person I've seen who's brought up the CTE stuff. So.
I'm just saying. I think Coach Batson got in that kid's ass and said point blank, the only reason that you're here.
Where did this Coach Batson ever come into play? He said Dabo. He didn't say anything about Coach Batson.
I don't
you
give
know
a
who
shit.
that is?
I'm telling you, sir, this is a show of opinion, and I'm giving you my opinion.
Is he
Dabo
a
Sweeney said it
staffer?
was Coach Batson. Coach Batson is
Coach
the
Batson the
strength
one who
conditioner.
came over there and said thugs don't go to law school?
I don't know. That's funny too, but the reality is that I know that Terry Canard played for Danny Ford, who didn't put up with any shit, and I know that he played
He
for
coached them hard.
Bill
So
Parcells, who didn't put up with any shit. And you know what? If he had half a sack, if this kid had half the sack that his dad had, he wouldn't be on the fucking scout team.
well,
Simple as that.
Here's what is confusing to me. I mean, I
What?
don't know. So I looked at Terry Kennard's 64,
Sure.
and his son is. I mean, I don't know how old he is. Let's average out, say he's 20. I mean,
Sure.
it's awful damn. I mean, I was questioning at first. I was like, does he really have a son that young that plays there? Because like, that's pretty fucking
And
old.
I'm not disputing all of that. I'm just saying
Not saying
that
that he couldn't have been, knocking
I
them boots
stand
late in life.
behind this. Terry Canard was a great player. Terry Canard deserves to be in the Ring of Honor up there. But
Yeah.
Terry Canard played for at least two hard coaches who would not put up with any of this shit. And if his son can't hack it there, go. South Carolina's waiting. They're taking transfers. You can go be a bitch down there and get love from. We're gonna love them. We're gonna love them hard. We're gonna celebrate. We're gonna celebrate a win over Jacksonville State. If that's the kind of love that you need, take your ass to Columbia.
I mean, what we're supposed to do? Cry about it?
That's what this kid's doing.
Yeah, maybe so. But I mean, were we supposed to cry about a win? I mean, and not. I don't know.
All right, hold on now. Now you're moonwalking. You are
reaching.
moonwalking, sir. You are moonwalking. You weren't happy with that shit that Beamer said either. So don't even start. Don't even come at me with that jackpot. You are like you are the much older brother I never wanted, but you say some dumb shit when you moonwalk about Shane Beamer. You really do.
Anyway.
Mm.
Anyway, I mean, I guess when that's the only talking point we have, it's gotten kind of sad. I mean,
What do you mean by that?
He's hauling in 5 stars. He's hauling in a heck of a transfer portal class right now. So he's kind of in my good graces a bit. How many transfers did Dabo haul in? Oh yeah, none.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. That's not the way Sweeney coaches. Maybe he doesn't want to do that.
That's what's going to eventually.
Well, look, you brought in transfers last year. How'd that work out for you? You had the best transfer quarterback in the history of the program. Probably the best quarterback.
Great numbers. He had great
numbers. He had great numbers, and you went 5-7.
Yes, he had no line to block for him. He faced
and he went 5-7.
He faced multiple disadvantages. He would have won the game against Florida. He would have won the game against North Carolina if he had anybody worth a salt that could tackle somebody.
You went 5-7.
Well,
with the best quarterback in the history of South Carolina football.
How is he the best quarterback in the history of South Carolina football?
He's gonna be drafted and he'll be playing on Sundays. I'm talking about as far as athletically gifted, best downfield passer. Yeah, I think he's the best in South Carolina history. Now, Connor Shaw, you can say did more stuff, but as far as at the next level, it's pretty much it's going to be Rattler, and then Anthony Wright has to come into the conversation too. But other than that, this guy's the best pro prospect you guys have had at the quarterback position in South Carolina history. And he took him to a 5-7 record and almost got himself killed in several games because of the piss poor offensive line that you have.
He didn't almost get himself killed. They almost got him killed.
Well,
he did everything he could. I mean,
he did
for his life.
He absolutely did. He was a hell of a player. Hell of a player. So there's that. Anyway, what were you thinking about this whole thing with Sweeney?
If they hadn't brought in transfers, if they hadn't brought him in, what do you think they would have finished?
I don't know. 4-8.
There you go. That's why Dabo needs to start bringing in some people from the portal. His holes. You need wide receivers. You need some
Yep.
offensive linemen. So what Dabo does, he goes out there and makes you think that he's okay. Well, I offered somebody. Well, and then he doesn't follow up on it or pursue it, and then that he can still get in his fan base's good grace and say, well, I mean, he offered some guy, but I mean, they went to buttfuck state, so there's nothing really Dabo could do about that. No, he's not doing it.
I'm
I mean,
not
they have a name. I mean, they have some tradition there. They've had two
sure.
national championships in the past. It's growing now. What is it? The
7
past
years,
8 years?
8
7
years,
years.
something like that. Yep.
7 years. 7 years. Two.
Well, no,
So
it's
I mean,
they
not
won in
everybody,
2018. So
not every kid out there has the same disdain for Clemson that I do. I mean, they would come there. He could pick up a nice transfer portal class if he would try.
well, but here's the thing. I'm not going to moonwalk like you did. Dabo Swinney is absolutely wrong for not going to the transfer portal. And eventually, unless he changes, it will cost him his job. It will absolutely cost him his job. Because when you lose players like Makwamba, who's going to go and be the starting safety at Texas next year, when you use players like Toriano Pride, who's going to go and be a star at Missouri next year, those two guys are supposed to be playing in Clemson's secondary next season. They're not going to be there. And they're going to run these other guys out in there. They're highly touted guys. I completely get that. But it's going to get to a point where we're going to have a South Carolina problem with Clemson. Lack of depth, lack of depth, lack of depth. Because we keep losing fuckos leaving the program. And Sweeney's not doing anything to bring guys in to fill those holes. It's going to cost him his job eventually. Maybe not unless he changes.
Carolina is carrying the state. Where do you figure that? Furman is the best football program in the state right now.
Yeah, Cade Clement, who's Mukwaba, whatever the guy's name is. I can't pronounce his name correctly. You know who I'm talking about. He transferred to Texas.
Andrew Makuba?
Makuba, yeah, there you go. The guy's going, I mean.
Sorry ass.
Yeah, Texas took him.
That ain't good. I'm sorry.
He would have started at South Carolina this season and led the team.
That's not a very high bar. Okay.
It's not. You're right. You're absolutely right. So
I mean, that's like doing the limbo under a drawbridge.
Under a drawbridge, damn it.
And you're walking on the ocean and falling in the son of a bitch.
But anyway, I want you to finish your thoughts on this stuff with Sweeney, because in my opinion, Scott, it's gotten to a point now where someone says some shit and you're pissed off because they rail on a scout team player. Whatever. That's kind of the way I look at it. This is the last gladiator sport. And when you go in, you want your guys to be good. And if Sweeney or Coach Batson or whoever said something to that young man that pissed him off to the point where he whined to his dad, transfer to South Carolina. Lots of love there. Go be a bitch and be 5-7.
Well,
what are your thoughts?
Here's my thing. If it didn't happen, and if somebody hacked Terry Canard's Facebook account and wrote that for him, then I mean, we deleted it. It's since been deleted. So why? Here's my thing. Why has he not come out? And maybe he has. Why has he not come out and said, "Hey, that's all bullshit. I support Coach Sweeney and yada 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 and kumbaya and bless Jesus and we all friends and everything like that."
Thanks to Will for the super chat. He says, please pour one out for Florida's number 3 recruiting class they had in June. # never forget. Yeah,
we still beat you guys, but okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that too. But hey, look, I want to put this
chat, though.
I want to put this out there too. The fact that he deleted it, that says something too. If you really believed that your son was completely wronged by someone, then you post something like that and then you delete it. What the fuck does that say about you? Hey, I'm not going to back my son now. Has Terry Canard turned into this soft ass that Danny Ford wouldn't invite him to the hemp farm to have a beer? Is that where we are now? I'm just asking. Because if you post something like that and someone has fucked over your kid and then you retract it, then you're a bitch made bitch. What the hell am I missing here,
Hey, Zach
Jackpot?
Smith.
Exactly.
Danny Ford has a hemp farm?
Yeah, absolutely. He
Seriously.
grows hemp and hogs. Yeah.
So he grows pot and he
No,
raises
it's hemp.
swine.
It's not pot. He grows hemp. It's different.
Okay. What's the difference?
Well, he grows like the hemp to make like baskets and shit like that.
Like
And people
rope
can use.
and twine and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's welcome Rob has an SEC bias to the show, and then we'll do our sponsors. Welcome to the program, sir. I'm glad to see that you have electricity and heat. Congratulations.
Yeah, man, dude. I still got the hoodie on. I can't crank it up all the way. We're sitting at about 65 to save on cost, but we're living free regardless. But Rob, I just got a quick question.
Sure.
I'm struggling to understand your argument. Are you saying that you don't believe that it happened, or are you saying
I'm saying
that you believe it happened
look,
and you're okay with it?
I'm saying I don't think that Dabo Sweeney is out there watching the scout team running, correction laps. I just don't think Dabo Sweeney's doing that, first of all. Second of all, even if Dabo Sweeney said all these things to him, good. We don't want your bitch ass there anyway.
Well, let me
Get
paint
the
it like
fuck
this. Rob.
on.
Can I paint like a picture? I get
I
that.
don't care. Paint whatever you want.
That's fine, but you can just play with me. Just hear me out,
Sure.
all right?
Yeah.
All right. So I get you're saying you don't think it happened, but if it did happen, you don't care about it.
Yep, I don't.
All right. Could you imagine? Let's say Will fucking Sweeney or Venable's son transfers out. Do you think that they would get the same treatment?
I don't know. If they're not man enough to be on the field and they're on the scout team,
Yeah. Let's say they're on the scout
said
team.
something to you. Once again, you're not gonna paint me into a corner here.
No.
If
I'm just
these
asking.
coaches think that you are not good enough to play and they're trying to motivate you with hard coaching and you can't deal with it, if it's something that you don't want to do, then you're not meant to play football there. South Carolina's open. Shane Beamer's out there. We love
that's
players.
a misrepresentation of what
Take
happened. What was
them on
alleged
down
that
there and
happened
go.
is that he put his name in the transfer portal and then the coaches ostracized him. Not that he
Brother,
was getting
that's fine. You think that coaching staff is going to miss a fucking scout team player? Are you out of your mind? The only reason that he's there is because his dad's name is on the damn wall.
Nobody cares if he's
because
leaving.
he's a player. He's going to end up. I don't think he would make. There's rumors that he may go to South Carolina State. I don't think he'll play there. He may end up at Presbyterian. I'm not joking. He is not a talented player. He's on that team because of who his dad was, and that's the truth.
And I will concede you that he's not that much of a talented player. So why then as a two-time national championship coach would you feel the need to call him out and belittle him as he's already leaving your fucking program? If you're saying he's not good
I'm not saying, look, well, that's fine. I don't know if Dabo Sweeney said it or not.
I don't know. I'm saying if that is the case.
And okay, if that is the case, once again, we'll use the Dabo Sweeney term, best is the standard. The team is just as good up front. You have to make sure number 99 on the roster is held to the same standards that number 1 is held on the roster. And if number 99 is being an asshole and you're trying to ride him correctly to get him to be a good football player and he's not, then ride his ass and get him the fuck out of there.
But Rob, from what I've seen though, it's nothing the player did apart from just wanting to transfer to get some playing time. I would completely agree with you. Like the TJ Dudley thing, if Dabo comes out and he just straight up, I don't know, the worst person in the world to TJ Dudley, I'm okay with that.
Right.
TJ Dudley's a fuck up. But if this kid was already not a part of the team at all, apart from scout team, and he's just putting his name in, just leave the fucker alone, man. He's going to be there.
And you know what? You're entitled to that, but I believe in the concept of you hold everyone to the same standard. Number 99 has to be held to the same standard that number 1 is held as far as player rankings on the team or whatever. Mm-hmm. So you ride 99 hard just like you're supposed to ride number 1 hard. That's kind of the way that
you know what? And in all honesty, Rob, I can see both sides. We don't know what exactly happened, so it's all up to.
And we don't. Sweeney made a statement about it and said that it was something Coach Batson said, if I remember correctly. But I'm not about the whole thing of we should hold these people's hands. especially considering the fact of, you're leaving anyway. There's that too. And the idea, first of all, that his dad put this stuff out there and retracted. I mean, there's just so many things that just don't match up. There's been several reporters that have talked to people that are on the scout team and said they don't even know what the hell you're talking about. So it may or may not have happened at all. I don't know. But I'm saying, even if Dabo Sweeney's out there and saying, you know what, your last name is Canard, but you're probably the milkman's baby, because there is absolutely no way that you don't have a tenth of the heart of Terry Canard, who played here and was an actual champion. I can't trust you to go to class correctly. I can't trust you to come out there and get third team snaps with the fucking scout team.
To be fair to him, Rob, though,
sure,
I have a lot of respect for people who come out as scout team. They're not on scholarship. They're putting their bodies on the line every day, just like the regular players. So you got to commend them for that, at least.
Great.
He is still working.
You
also got to commend Dabo. He was a scout team player, and he never transferred out.
Yeah, fair on him. Well, yeah.
Right.
But that leads me into my second question, Rob. It seems like these past few years, there's a lot of stuff coming out of the Clemson locker room. Just as far as, anything. You're fucking Will Shipley chewing out CJ Spiller. There's been a whole list of incidents these past couple of years. Is there something that you attribute to that? Or do you think maybe Dabo's losing his grip on the locker room a little bit? Or what do you kind of attribute to that? Because it is uncharacteristic for the Clemson teams, especially when they were winning. You never heard anything coming out of the locker room of Clemson. But it just seems like, I guess since Lawrence left and DJ took over, that's kind of when I noticed, you're starting to see more and more stuff come out of the locker room.
I don't know, bud. And, hey, we'll talk about this a little bit more later on. I appreciate you joining the show this evening.
Yeah, man. Y'all take care. Have a good night.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. I want to respond to R's comment here. Go ahead, Jackpot. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Jeff over in the comment section says, Nebraska had a better class than South Carolina recruiting. Ha ha. Laughing emoji. Okay, Nebraska took 29 commitments. South Carolina took 16. They also took the number one quarterback in the country. It's a 5-star. Somehow or another, they got this kid to flip from Georgia to there. That's career suicide if he's coming to play for Marcus Satterfield, but whatever. Also, South Carolina's average player is 1.5 points higher than what Nebraska is taking. But yeah, that's what you call quantity over quality. Quantity edged out quality by 1 point in the recruiting rankings. So congratulations, Nebraska can hang a banner for that, because they hadn't been able to hang one in quite a long time.
Octavian joins the program. What's up, buddy?
What's going on, guys? Rob, let me tell you something. Clemson's gonna be okay. Clemson's gonna be okay, man. Just calm down. Clemson will be all right. Clemson wins the first game next year. I think they win the national championship. Just calm down. They ought to be all right.
If you're picking us to win the national title, we're fucked. We're going fucking 4-8.
Y'all winning the national championship. Let me tell you something. God is smiling on the Gators today, man. God is smiling on the Gators. We got DJ Lagway, we got LJ McCray, and we got Miles Brown. We got the three that I wanted, and we're gonna take up. Our slogan this year is #Steal the SEC. We're gonna steal the SEC. We're gonna run away with it, and we're gonna blow a kiss to every team in this conference, because they're gonna kiss our asses. We're gonna beat their ass.
I'm just wondering how long before Lagway transfers?
No, Lagway will not transfer, sir.
Okay.
Y'all ranked 16 according to 24/7 Sports. Weren't you like number 2? Just like a month
We
ago?
was number 3. We took a little slide because Auburn did some illegal shit here today. But I'm kind of questioning that, kind of questioning those little motherfuckers down there in Auburn paying people to play.
You got to watch them. I mean, you look who their coach is.
You gotta watch those little motherfuckers. And then
Look who their coach is. I'll tell you something.
And then Texas A&M, those cheaters, Yeah. So and then these Tennessee fans talk about we going down to 16. We beat y'all this year. We whooped y'all fair, square, and we beat y'all in the fight. Y'all sorry as hell. Sorry. Let's get over it, Tennessee, man. Y'all will never beat Florida again. Never. Never.
Like in the history of ever, they're never winning against you.
They're never winning against us again. They'll never beat the Florida Gators again.
Well, according to them,
They can
Nico is nothing but a young Hendon Hooker, and that offense is going to be cooking like it was in 2022 next year.
we'll break that.
That's what
We'll,
they're saying.
we'll break his ass up. We'll break his ass. Our defense is going to be the God-fearing defense of the 90s next year, and we got the high-flying Willie Corn coming in there. We about to lead the Fun and Gun Part 2, scoring 50 and 60 points a game. We'll run Tennessee out the stadium. We'll run Georgia out. We'll run Georgia out of Jacksonville next year. Our offensive coordinator is elite. Our defense has gotten better. And y'all, listen, I will say this live on air. I'm telling y'all, is the SEC better get ready because the Florida Gators is having a revenge tour, and it starts today. It starts today.
It's about
Y'all
time,
motherfuckers.
y'all. It's about time y'all won in Jacksonville. Y'all gonna beat them this year? I think you got a good shot.
This is the chance. We gonna beat their ass this year. I'm sick of the Georgia fans. I'm sick of the Tennessee fans, and I'm damn so sick of these so-called Kentucky fans saying they beat us for 3 years in a row. We beat y'all 31 years, sir. 31 years.
They got a lot to catch up on, don't they?
Yeah, they got a lot to catch up on. We don't play South Carolina this year, but our new South Carolina is the Texas fucking Longhorns, and I can't I can't wait to whip up on those.
Oh, they're the new South Carolina.
They're the new South Carolina of the SEC. The Texas Shorthorns. Texas Shorthorns is the new South Carolina for us.
I don't think Florida's going to be worth a shit until they start recruiting rapists and bank robbers again.
Rob, are you serious? Are you serious right now?
I don't think it'd be worth a shit.
Are you serious? Are you serious? We will whoop Clemson up and down the field. We will whoop Clemson tonight. We'll whoop Clemson tomorrow.
But to get back to where you were, where they're making documentaries about you, where you got literally gay players that are killing
it's going to happen this year. It's going to happen this year. Why not this year?
Is that what you're doing?
I don't care. Listen, we're going to be the world killers in the soul snatchers of this next year. We're starting off with Miami, and we're gonna kick their ass, and we're gonna start out, and we're gonna take names and kick ass after that. The Miami Hurricanes just have to be first on the damn list.
I mean, Miami happens to be they're not exactly a power, sir. This is not the Irvin-led Miami team, so go ahead.
Yeah, but we got Texas in there, we got Georgia, we got Tennessee. We kick their ass, and they ain't put some respect on their name. I said this. We will make the college football playoff. We will make the 12-team playoff next year.
Jim says, let me check the records here. 2020 Gators have a losing record. 2021 Gators have another losing record. 2022 Gators have a third losing season in a row. The 2024 Gators might win 3.
The Gators didn't have a losing record in 2020. They won the SEC.
We went to the SEC. He's a dumbass. Straight dumbass. The 2020, we went to the SEC championship and played Alabama. You dumb retarded son of a gun.
I think he meant to bump his numbers up once because he left out 2023.
Yeah.
So he should have said 2021, 22, and 23.
Yeah, he is so like, man, these fans here think just because we had 2 losing seasons, when we get back on top, nobody's gonna knock us off for a good minute. So y'all can enjoy this while Florida's down. Because when we get back up to the top, it's gonna be no tomorrow. and we're gonna slay every goddamn body, and then y'all gonna be crying and hating on us again. Like y'all hate us. Y'all hate us, but that's all right though. Cause guess what? The Florida Gators embrace their hate, and we're gonna take down every team in our way next year, starting with those Miami Hurricanes.
Sir, 2021 you were 6-7. 2022 you finished 6-7. 2023.
He said 2020.
Oh, I know. I think you just mistyped that, sir. I think that's where he was going with that. And in 2020 you went 8-4. So there's
We
that.
made the Cotton Bowl 2020. We made the SEC championship 2020. It's not that far. It's not. It's only been 3 years since we didn't be in the SEC championship game. What for?
Okay. I'm not
It's
disputing
not.
that.
It's not that hard to get to. It's not that hard to get to Atlanta. It's not that hard.
You've had 3.
All we got to do is beat Georgia.
Oh, that's great. Georgia's 29-1 their last 30. Good luck with that.
Yeah, Clemson beat them week 1 next year. They'll be 29-2.
I'm on the record losing that game by 3 scores.
Wow, are you serious? Are you
Yep.
serious right now? Are you serious?
Yes.
Are you saying that the Georgia Bulldogs will beat Clemson by 3 scores? You got to be hot. You have to be mentally insane to say that. Clemson's gonna beat that team. Clemson will beat that team by at least 17 points. Georgia has no offense, man. What are you talking about? Clemson has all the offensive starters coming back. I believe. Man, Clemson will kill that
That's
team.
not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah. If you believe that, then that's on you. 3 scores could be 3 field.
I'm telling you, Clemson will beat Georgia next year. I promise you that, man. Georgia will be 0-1 to start the season. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that.
Sure.
And I'll tell you what, another thing is, y'all Tennessee fans, Kentucky fans, Texas fans, y'all can forget about beating the damn Gators, and y'all can get off my goddamn recruiting class, because our recruiting class is going to take over college football. I don't care if we was the top 5, 16th, 100th. I don't care if we was 100th in the nation. We'll win.
Sure.
Hey,
We've got the 16th.
A lot of people don't.
I
have confidence.
Okay. Well, I mean, you had confidence,
Are you
but
sure?
by week 8 this year, you were talking about I should be the fucking coach. That's what you said.
I should have been the fucking coach. Do you see the shit that we put on the field against fucking Arkansas and LSU and Missouri? Are you fucking goddamn serious?
Yeah, and that's the team.
I could have won those fucking games easily. I could have single-handedly won those fucking games easily. I could have single-handedly made a bowl game. We could have been playing in the Duke's Mayo Bowl right now as we speak.
High aspirations, sir. All right, Octavian.
High aspirations.
Appreciate it, sir. Thank you for
Go
calling.
Gators.
Go Gators.
Welcome to the program, Big Barney Ross. Oh, by the way, hold on. I got to read this, Jackpot, since we're in the holiday season. Big Barney Ross sent me a Christmas card. Look at that. It's all nice. It says Happy Holidays. It's got some deer on it. I don't know if it's reindeer or not, but open it up and it says, and I quote, Merry Christmas from Big Barney Ross and family. My prediction this year, if we meet, Kentucky Wildcats basketball 101, Clemson basketball 78. Have a great holiday. And of course, he's wishing me peace and love at Christmas and always. Thank you for that, sir. I appreciate that.
Hey, it's Big Barney Ross. I just wanted to call in and say Kentucky's going 6-6. Oh, and one of those wins will be against Florida. Thank you.
Thanks, Big Barney Ross.
That's great. He might be right. Anyway, so that is that. Anyway, Jackpot, did you have any other thoughts on the signing day stuff you wanted to get into there?
So
North Carolina's class is 20th, I think.
20th, yeah. So we lost a 4-star defensive back. I mean, I'm not going to sit on here. He flipped and signed with Maryland. I'm not going to act like, that wasn't a I mean, it was a significant loss. I mean, this kid was a 4-star. I mean, it was pretty good.
Well, you heard what happened with that, right?
No, tell me what happened with that. Because I was
So,
working.
right. Well, apparently his father died in the past month or two, and he had a lot of things happen to him, and he just kind of wanted to stay at home. So it was one of those things where, it was just the kid lost his dad and decided he wanted to stay home.
Well,
So,
I mean, that I understand that, but I mean, why didn't he come out and go public with that a month ago?
yeah, I guess so. Ray Bob with the super chat.
Even though you may have been, you may have had the best intentions,
Right.
and best reasons for doing it, it still makes you look like a douche.
Thank you, Ray Bob.
And you shouldn't look like a douche if that's why you made that decision.
Right. Ray Bob.
Did you see that Eric Montross died?
Yeah, he had cancer. That was sad.
Oh God.
Ray Bob with the super chat says, "Merry Christmas to you and I." Thank you, sir. Eric with another super chat. He says he's refunding Octavian's call from the Florida State Penitentiary. Very good, sir. Octavian's recruiting. That's what he's doing. He's down there recruiting some thugs. Go out there and play for Florida.
That's what he needs. That's the only way they win at that kind of level,
Yep.
I mean, the same thing with South Carolina. I mean, we only won at that kind of level when we had dudes that were keying cars and getting speeding tickets.
That's not really true. I mean, you had not a lot of guys on your best two teams, in my opinion, got in trouble. I don't remember. I mean, they may not have went to class or whatever, but hell, student athletes don't do that anymore.
Clowney got a ticket for doing like 80 and a 30 or something.
That's some college
was the one who was keying cars.
Yeah, it was pretty dumb with all that. I don't get all that.
I don't either. He was pretty immature, but glad to see he straightened his life out, I guess.
Did you see where Missouri got the number 5 overall player in the country, the top edge rusher in the country, and a young man from Lee Summit, Missouri, Williams Nwaneri, who was
he's the one who Oklahoma fans were all salty about him going, you know why they signed it? Yeah, because in high school they can earn NIL money at Mizzou if they're committed.
Right. But I mean, what I love about it was the Twitter people were upset. Fans of every school base were like, he's not worth a fuck. But it's like, yeah, he wasn't worth a fuck, but he was offered by Georgia, Oklahoma, Oregon, Tennessee, Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, Colorado, Florida. All these teams offered him, but now their fan bases are like, well, he sucks.
Well, I mean, that's typical.
What a mess. But Mizzou's class moved into the top 25. They're like number 22 or something like that, 24. And they've got a top 20 recruiting class in the portal too. So Coach Dork up there making some moves.
He is. He's making quite a name for himself. We'll see. I mean, we'll see about 20. We'll see with this bowl game. If he gets a win there, that's going to be a big-time win for Mizzou, even though a lot of Ohio State's players have opted out, and I doubt they really give a shit about that bowl game. It's still a big win, and we'll look to see if he can continue this momentum in 2024, or if he's just a flash in the pan.
Papa B says, what if Missouri pulls another amazing running back out of their magic hat? At this juncture, it's kind of hard to mock them because, I mean, they went 10-2 this year. Their losses were to Georgia and freaking LSU.
Yeah.
It's not exactly they didn't. It's not like they went out and lost to Arkansas, for God's sake.
Looking back, they should have won 11-1. They should have beaten LSU. They're a better team than LSU.
They were, yeah. Yep, they were. So there's that. I
They
was kind of
didn't.
stunned by that.
They really weren't. They were trying to match LSU blow for blow, throwing the ball downfield instead of. They really weren't relying on Cody Schrader at the time.
Yeah.
I think if they had used him and ate up some clock, and kind of leaned on that shitty LSU defense a little bit more, I think they could have won that game. But
Roll Tide wants to know if we heard Chip Kelly's comments about NIL and college football. I mean, I know I have. Did you catch those?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, he's got the opinion of the university should be paying these players, and it's. I think if it gets to that point, which I think it will, I think that the idea of them being student athletes is silly. Why bother making it where they have to be academically eligible? Why bother any of this nonsense? And I say nonsense because that's the way they're treating it anyway. If you're making them go to class, then they should have to pay for it. If they're getting, I don't know, $80,000 a year for every scholarship player, then you have to pay for your own college. I think that's a fair thing too, but I don't know how to fix that portion of it. I mean, I really don't.
are we? I mean, are we just? I think eventually they're just going to be employees. They're not even going to be. They're not even going to be students anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like back in the day where you had guys that were like, "Shit, I have to go to my chemistry final." It's not like that,
No. The only ones who do that anymore are Harvard students.
Yeah. It's like I remember Cliff Hammonds at Clemson had he was like an architecture major or something at Clemson, and it was like but he was adamant that he was coming to Clemson and that that was going to be the most important thing to him. And I remember Brownell moving practice around so he could go to his architecture classes, and I was like, what the hell? But Hammonds was actually good. But it's like you hear stories like that, but I don't think the average D1 athlete in football or baseball or basketball, a lot of them, I mean, there are some of them that care, but a lot of them are like, screw it, I'm trying to get to the pros.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. Anyway, thanking our sponsors, of course, Callaway's Bar and Grill out in West Columbia, Highway 1, diagonal from the Walmart. I'll be updating the Bull Pick'em Challenge here in the next couple days so you can see where you are. Go by and check out Callaway's. It's in West Columbia. If you're out Christmas shopping or whatever and you want to go and get yourself some wings, have a nice cold beer, whatever, make sure you go to Callaway's on that front. And DNC Trucking and Transport, Fireside Chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, tell us a story.
All right. Sucks to be a Gamecock. Our team signed a lot of players who are cool with going 5-7 next season. Shane Beamer is an SEC cuck. It sucks to be a Gamecock. Go Tigers.
That message courtesy of Dennis Wilson, DNC Trucking and Transport. We appreciate Dennis sponsoring the program. Jackpot, what else you want to go over this evening, man? You got anything else you want to talk about?
It's kind of a dead time right now, I mean, we got some college basketball going on, but nobody wants to talk college basketball. South Carolina with a decent, a couple of wins this past week or so that haven't been real impressive. Well, I guess the win last night was okay. Winthrop's a pretty decent team. Charleston Southern is not a good team, and South Carolina beat them by 4 on Saturday evening. So not real impressive. Clemson drops their first game to Memphis. I have a feeling the losses are probably going to start to snowball now. It was probably one of many, but I mean, it's been a good run for them.
Did you see where, I don't know if you caught this or not, but the Citadel blew out Notre Dame on the road in basketball?
I'm not surprised.
They won like
Notre Dame
65-40. I'm just saying, the Citadel went into Notre Dame and won by 20. Half those kids up there have no clue where the Citadel is. but the Citadel went
probably
there and
don't.
beat that ass.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, interesting stuff there. What else do we have? I don't think we had anything else, Jackpot, to be honest with you. We've been kind of rolling along here. It's
When
like
is the game? When is the Clemson game? That's next week on
it's the
Friday.
29th. So yeah, it's 2 weeks from Friday, or a week from Friday. 29th will be the Clemson game against Kentucky.
Do we have any decent games coming up this weekend, or are they all trash?
So I'll read them to you here. Let's see here. So on the 21st, you've got South Florida and Syracuse. The shits.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah. Friday is Georgia Tech and UCF, 2 6-6 teams.
That might
On
be
Saturday,
halfway entertaining just from name recognition. Maybe.
Troy and Duke in the Birmingham Bowl. Arkansas State and Northern Illinois in the Camellia Bowl. James Madison and Air Force in the Armed Forces Bowl. Georgia State and Utah State in the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. South Alabama and Eastern Michigan in the Ventures Bowl. Utah and Northwestern in the Las Vegas Bowl. That might be an interesting game.
That might be okay.
And then Coastal Carolina is playing San Jose State on Saturday night at 10:30. The Chanticleers are a 10-point dog in that matchup.
That's in Hawaii. I'm right.
Yeah.
Hawaii Bowl game.
Dennis with a great comment here. Thanks for watching the show, Dennis. Will Carolina win a football game next October? Remember, they were winless this October. Next October, they play Ole Miss, Alabama, and they go on the road to Oklahoma. They could have 2 straight seasons where they don't win a game in October.
Well, it's fine. I mean, because Cockvember is just around the corner.
So it's all about Cockvember then.
It's about Cockvember. I mean, we almost went 4-0 in Cockvember. So,
yeah, there you go with that. Dennis with a good point there, though. You may have 2 straight seasons where October is not happening.
Yeah, we've had.
Brock wants to know if we're doing a show on Sunday.
No, probably not.
No, not on Christmas Eve. I doubt we're doing a show on Christmas Eve.
Well, that's the 20. Is that the 23rd?
No.
Yeah, it is. Right?
No. Christmas Eve is Sunday. Christmas Eve is Sunday.
No,
Christmas
it's not. It's the 23rd.
I'm looking right at the calendar right now, Jackpot. Today's the 20th. Wednesday's the 21st. Friday's the 22nd. Saturday's the 23rd.
Today is Wednesday.
Yeah. So the 21st would be tomorrow. 22nd Friday, 23rd Saturday, 24th on Sunday.
No, we're not doing a show that night.
Artist said we just ruined Christmas for everyone.
Yeah, we just threw everybody off because everybody's looking here, and just piggybacking off what we say and taking it as fact.
Well, and by the way, I mean, let's just be honest. Jackpot ruined Christmas for everyone by not having his tree with the crooked star up by now.
The
People
tree with
tuned
the
in for
crooked
that.
star is up and has been there. It's just not in front of the camera.
Well, just saying.
That wasn't my fault. I mean, I didn't set all that shit up. It wasn't none of my fault now.
David says Carolina beats Oklahoma next year. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's not unfathomable. I mean, they're not. They're not. They're not on top of the college football world exactly. I mean, hell, they lost to fucking Kansas. I mean, come on.
Big Barney Ross will be visited by 3 spirits, he says. Weller Special Reserves, Weller's 12-year-old, Weller's Single Barrel. Very good.
Speaking of legacy players and stuff, former Gamecock Jasper Brinkley's son committed to Kansas.
Wow, is Jasper Brinkley that? I mean, are we that old that Jasper Brinkley has a kid that's playing in college now? Holy shit!
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, there's that. Gamecocks play basketball. What, Monday, Friday? I don't know. Clemson's got their run that they've had, but Jackpot may be right. I don't know how long they're going to stay above water. It's been fun though, but we'll see how that works out for them. Let's see here. Clemson plays Queens on Friday. That's who they're playing is Queens. Not a
Kevin
joke.
James coming out there.
I don't know. He might play
That'd
well.
be cool
We'll
if he
see.
did. You know, I saw him in live and in person once.
So they play Queens, and then they play Radford on the 29th.
That's out of Virginia.
I don't know where like Queens is.
It's in
I'm
Charlotte.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's that. All right. Well, Jackpot.
You thought it was from the New York Queens, right?
Yeah, that's
why I
what I
played some gangbangers. Nah, it's from Charlotte. Might still be some gangbangers though.
Maybe.
One of the more entertaining bowl games of bowl season was that famous Toastery Bowl up here in Charlotte. What do you have any idea what the hell that? I mean, what's the sponsor? What is that? Do you know?
So let's Google it. Famous Toastery.
Ramdog asked me, "Do I still have gas from my Charlotte Mexican food experience? When did I ever tell y'all that I had gas? Period. I mean, I don't know how you knew that, but I did have gas. But yeah, I got over
Famous
it pretty quick.
Toastery is like a restaurant. They like make I mean, it looks like I can share it with you here. So what? I don't know. I mean,
why don't we have a fucking McDonald's bowl then if we're going to start naming them after Olive Garden Bowl?
well, I mean, we have the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh.
Just saying. There you go. There's the specialties there. Mimosas, Flight of the Mini Mimosas, Irish coffee, all day breakfast, all day. They have a left coast BLT. I don't know what that is. Bacon, lettuce, tomato, avocado, brie, and pesto mayo on whole wheat toast.
Okay, that all looks and sounds like garbage. Is this just one restaurant in Charlotte?
It says it's a franchise. I don't know. Hold on. Let's see here. There's the. I don't know. Let's see here. I mean, they got enough money to put their name on a bowl. So let's hear Famous Toastery here. Okay, there's more than one of them. There's Famous Toastery Indian Land. Famous Toastery in Charlotte. There's one in Tego Cay, South Carolina. So they got one there, Jackpot. So there's one in the Palmetto State. There's one in Clover.
Really?
One in Belmont. One in Charlotte. There's one in you should go and do. Old Rockabilly 864 should run down to the one in Charlotte there and do a food review. Why not? Get you one of those left coast avocado sandwiches or whatever.
Looks like from all the dots you got on there, it looks like there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean, there's like 1, 2, there's one in Lake Wiley, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
There's some
15,
way out too.
15.
Where is that? Wilmington?
Yeah, this is in way out here that's near Chapel Hill.
That's Raleigh.
That's near High Point. This one's in Wilmington. There's one in Myrtle Beach, it looks like. Or is that Myrtle Beach?
Do they have one in Lumberton?
Oh, God. You got to go to Lumberton again?
No.
I didn't think there was anything in Lumberton but gang violence and fuckery.
There's
but-
not. All I could really review when I was there was McDonald's and fucking Burger King.
Brock says they should do a bowl game in Columbia, call it the Carolina Jackpot Bowl after the scratch-off ticket, and popular YouTuber.
Hey, that's a great idea. I've already suggested that the Army-Navy game be played there.
I don't even want to go into that conversation with you. So,
Well, we don't.
all right. Well, Jackpot, are you traveling for the holidays?
No,
You'll travel to the couch.
exactly.
Are you going to? You're going to have young Jackpot over?
Yeah, he'll come over on Christmas. Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good. We'll see how all that works out. All right. Well, I think we've done enough here this evening, Jackpot. Hope everybody has a great Christmas. Appreciate everybody that's been following the show here. And with that, at Jackpot, I think this show's a wrap.
Brock Lee says, "Do I think Burger King has gone downhill in quality?" I don't think so. It's about the same.
About the same.
All
I
right,
expect
gang.
I expect a Rockabilly 864 on Famous Toastery. Why not?
We're gonna see.
All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you later on.
All right. Thanks.